All right, so we have solve sine 2 theta minus sine theta equals 0 on the interval of 0 to 360. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our sine 2 theta. We don't want to mess with the double angle. It'll be harder to solve. So we're going to replace it with the identity. So we'll replace it, so that becomes 2 sine theta times the cosine theta. Okay, so all we've done is replace, so we just went from this to this. You still have the minus sine theta equal to 0. Okay, so let's factor out. We have a, let's see, we have a sine theta here, and we have a sine theta here, so we're going to factor that out. Okay, so let's factor the sine theta out. Okay, once we factor that out of that first term, what do we have left inside the parentheses? 2 cosine theta minus 1. Okay, so what did we do? We split the sine from the cosine. Is that what we wanted to accomplish here? Yes, that is what we wanted to accomplish. So now we can split these up. So now our sine theta equals 0, or our 2 cosine theta minus 1 equals 0. Where does sine of theta equal 0? And we're going to go with our degrees because they were on the 0 and 360. 0 and 180. All right. And then let's solve this one for cosine. So we'll move the 1 over, so that'll be positive 1, and then we'll divide out the 2. So cosine theta will equal 1/2. So where does cosine equal 1/2? So that's going to be in quadrants 1 and 4. Quadrant 1, it would be 60 and 300. Okay. All right. So we have 0 and 180, and we have 60 and 300. Okay, our 2 cosine theta minus our sine theta. What did you replace your cosine 2 theta with? 1 minus 1 minus 2 sine squared theta minus the sine theta that's there. Okay, so what did we do? We replaced the cosine squared theta, and the reason we chose the 1 minus 2 sine squared theta was because that would match the sign that's already in there. So this is pretty much an ax squared plus bx plus c, right? So let's put it in descending order. So negative 2 sine squared theta minus the sine theta plus the 1 equals 0. Now, what do we need to do? That negative needs to go, so we'll just divide a negative out of all of them. That will essentially just change the sign. So we'll have positive 2 sine squared theta plus sine theta minus 1. So then we'll come over and you'll do your x method. So you'd multiply your 2 and negative 1, and you'd have a 1. So that would be factors of 2 and negative 1. And since we multiplied the 2 in, we're going to divide it out. So this one will reduce to 1. Okay, let's put them back. So let's do this one. So that's going to be sine theta plus 1. And then your other one, remember the denominator is the coefficient. So 2 sine theta minus 1. And then split them up. So the sine theta plus 1 equals 0, and the 2 sine theta minus 1. So here, sine theta would equal negative 1. Where is that on the unit circle? Where does sine theta equal negative 1? Okay, and then let's solve this one for sine. Oops, I left out my minus. Okay, so we'd move it as a plus, so that'd be a positive half. And where is sine theta equal to a half?
Pi over 6 and 5 pi over 6.
Okay, hold on. Okay, the cosine 2 theta, we're going to replace that with an identity. Which identity would we choose on that one? We would take that out and put in its place the 2 cosine squared theta minus 1 equals the cosine squared theta. Okay, now, you guys, the cosine squared thetas are like terms, okay? So we need to combine them. So we're going to move this one to the other side as a negative cosine squared theta. I'm going to put it right under this one. And so 2 cosine squared theta minus a cosine theta would leave us with 1 cosine squared theta. And then minus 1 equal to 0. Since you have only 1 cosine, that's what you need to solve for. So move your 1. So you would have cosine squared theta equal to a positive 1. Now what? Square root. And when you take the square root, positive and negative. Okay. So we have cosine theta now equal to positive negative 1. So where does at 0 and 180? Cosine theta equals positive 1 at 0 and negative 1 at 180. Okay? Any questions on that one?